Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahla wa sahla fikum. This is Ibrahim with you. In today's episode, we'll be talking about the active participle, and this is our part 2. Previously, I have covered the active participle initially with greater details, but today as well, will be a continuation from part 1. Check the part 1 link either here or that side and watch that first, then come and watch the second part. I hope you really enjoy it and find this helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give a big thumbs up if you like it. Without further ado, let's start. Marhaba wa ahla wa sahla. Welcome to Active Participle Part 2 in Levantine Arabic. First of all, we have to know what do we mean by active participle. Active participle refers to a motion of action to describe the state of being, understanding, knowing. Also, we use it to express an ongoing action to describe what someone is doing right at this moment, like going, traveling, seeing, booking, watching, and so on. The other thing is used to indicate that someone or something is in the state of having done something, having put something somewhere, or having lived somewhere for a period of time. So these are actually what do we mean by the active participle. Okay, and the use of it, as I said, we use it to express an ongoing action. It's actually used as a filler in speech. So it's not used as a main verb in every single sentence, meaning that you can't really use it in every single sentence and form a speech. You can do that, but still the speech will be lacking a little bit more formation, but absolutely people will understand it. But the main idea, people use it as a filler, as a response, or as a comment to something. The other thing, it's very easy to use because one conjugation could be used to describe 3 subject pronouns. Every single verb has an active participle, but sadly, not all of them are being used in spoken Arabic. And here we've got a couple of examples for you. Emily عم تروح على الشغل. Emily عم تروح على الشغل. So here we are using the present continuous tense versus Emily رايحة على الشغل. Emily رايحة على الشغل. So you see the difference between both. So here in the first sentence we are using a proper verb, whereas in the second sentence we're actually using the active participle. Another example. سامع الراديو. Do you hear the radio? Versus عم تسمع الراديو. عم تسمع الراديو. So a very short comparison, but what do we summarize from here? So the active participle has got 3 conjugations. So رايحة here, for example, could be used for I feminine, you feminine, and she. Whereas he, we're talking about she third person. Therefore, it has a certain conjugation which would change depending on the person you're talking to. So the verbs, we need to conjugate them, and for every verb or for every person, it has a fixed conjugation, prefix and suffix, so we know which person we are talking or we are referring to. And the second example as well, sama, it could be used equally with 3 people. So you could use it for I masculine, you masculine, and he to talk. So you could say John sama radio. John is hearing or listening to the radio. And you could say Inta sama radio. Are you listening to the radio? And you could say Ana sama radio. I am listening to the radio. Unlike the verb you need to conjugate it. So this is the short comparison and the short answer to what's the difference between both. Now we will look at how do we conjugate, or how do we form the active participle out of the 3-letter root verbs, the regular form. We've got the verb شرب. وقف. شرب is to drink. وقف is to stand or stop. نزل is to get down or get off. لبس is to wear. حمل is to carry. سمع is to listen or hear. كتب is to write. طلع is to go out or go up in a building. And شرب is to drink. Okay, so now how do we form the active participle out of a verb? First, you have to add a long alif after the first letter or R sound. And then you have to add an E accent on the letter before the last. So it becomes شارب, 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 which means drinking. And if you want to form the feminine out of the masculine, we will deal with this as you dealt with the adjectives. So you would change, you'll add the feminine case to the end of a شاربة, and it becomes feminine, so you could use it to describe I and you and she feminine. And if you would like to form the active participle out of this verb to talk about a group of people, all you need to do is just add in to the masculine, and then it becomes شاربين, شاربين, and we would use it to describe we, you group of people, and they. وقف, the verb to stand or to stop, becomes واقف, واقفة, واقفين. نزل, which means to get off or to stay at a place. To stay at a place during holiday or during travel or trip. نازل, نازلة, نازلين. لبس, which means to wear or to dress. لابس, لابسة, لابسين. And then we've got حمل, which means to carry, and it becomes حامل, carrying, حاملة, حاملين. سمع is to hear or to listen, becomes سامع, سامعة, سامعين. كتب, which means to write, and it becomes كاتب, كاتبة, كاتبين. And then finally we've got طلع, which means to go out or go up. طالع, طالعة, طالعين. So this is how you would conjugate the active participle out of the 3-letter root verbs, which means the regular. We've got a couple of examples for you. كاتبة إيميلك هون مش شايفة. كاتبة إيميلك هون مش شايفة. Did you write your email here? I can't see. So مش شايفة. كاتبة إيميلك هون. كيف شايفة حالك اليوم? How are you feeling today means how are you seeing yourself. كيف شايفة حالك yourself اليوم, which means today. كيف شايفة حالك اليوم؟ شو لابس يا حبيبي؟ ما حدا قدك. So the literal translation, oh man, what are you wearing? Shown in admiration, nobody as good as you. So ما حدا قدك, ما حدا قدك, you could use it. Nobody as good as you, meaning, oh, you look great, you look fantastic. So شو لابس, شو لابس, what are you wearing? شو حاملة بالشنطة? شو حاملة بالشنطة? What are you carrying in the bag? مبين, it looks. تقيل كتير, it looks very heavy. مبين, 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 تقيل كتير, it looks very heavy. أنا فاهم يلي أنت بتحكيه. أنا فاهم, I understand. أنا فاهم, I understand. يلي أنت بتحكيه, what you are talking or what you are saying. So the active participle فاهم. أنا فاهم يلي أنت بتحكيه. I understand what you are saying. أنا فاهم يلي, which, what. أنت, you masculine, بتحكيه, you're talking or you're saying. So فهم is the active participle and is conjugated from the verb فهم, to understand. هي حابة تروح معنا على تخرج سارة. هي حابة, she likes, she would like. So هي حابة. تروح, she goes, معنا, with us. على, to, تخرج, graduation. Sarah is Sarah. So حابة is conjugated from the verb حبة. أنا لابس, أنا لابس, I'm wearing, صيفي, summery clothes or summer clothing, something light. بس اليوم برد, but today is cold. I'm wearing something summery, but today is cold. As conjugated from the verb لبس, to wear. لوين طالعين بعد الشغل؟ لوين طالعين بعد الشغل? To where are you going out after work? They replied, نحنا طالعين على السينما. We're going to the cinema. لوين طالعين, you group of people. لوين, where to. طالعين, going out. بعد الشغل, after work. And they replied, نحنا طالعين على السينما. نحنا, which is we. طالعين, going out. على السينما, to the cinema. Okay, in this new section, what we'll be looking at is how to conjugate or how to form the active participle out of the middle weak verbs. What we call them the hollow verbs. Why do we call them the hollow verbs? Because all these verbs share one thing in common, which is the alif in the middle. So we've got rah, nam, to sleep. Rah is to go. Nam is to sleep. Shaf is to see. Zar, to visit. Ba' to sell. Fa, which is to wake up. Ash is to live. Tar is to fly. And al is to say. Again, rah, to go. Nam, to sleep. Shaf is to see. Zar is to visit. Ba' is to sell. Fa, to wake up. Ash is to live. Tar is to fly. And then finally, al is to say. So what's the common thing between all of these verbs? They've got an alif in the middle. That's why we call them middle, weak, or hollow verbs. And if you to conjugate or form the active participle out of these verbs, all you need to do is one simple step, which is add a letter E in the middle after the alif, and done. That's it. So rah would become رايح. And if you want to form the feminine out of the masculine, you would add the feminine case to the end of it, so it becomes رايحة. Feminine going, رايحة. And if you would form the plural out of the masculine, all you need to do is just add in to the end of the masculine and it becomes plural. That's it. Easy as that. And if you would read it, so it's a رايح, رايحة, رايحين. Nam is to sleep and it becomes نايم, نايمة, نايمين. Shaf is to see and it becomes شايف, شايفة, شايفين. Zar is to visit and it becomes زاير, زايرة, زايرين. Ba' is to sell and it becomes بايع, بايعة, بايعين. Fa is to wake up and it becomes فايق, فايقة, فايقين. Ash is to live and it becomes عايش, عايشة, عايشين. Tar is to fly and it becomes طاير, طايرة, طايرين. And then al finally is to say آيل and then آيلة and آيلين. And I've got a couple of examples for you to practice. إمتى رايحين على أيسلندا? إمتى, when. رايحين, you group of people are going. على, to. Iceland is Iceland. مبين, it looks like. نعسان, you are sleepy. إمتى نايم امبارح, when did you sleep yesterday? إمتى نايم امبارح. أنا شايف رفيقي أحمد من أيام الجامعة. أنا شايف رفيقي أحمد. I'm seeing my friend Ahmad. من أيام, from days. الجامعة, university. الساعة, o'clock. 6, which is 6. المسويات, PM, in the evening. So I'm seeing my friend Ahmad from uni days today at 6. أنا شايف رفيقي أحمد من أيام الجامعة الساعة 6 المسويات. أنتِ زايرة تونس من قبل؟ أنتِ زايرة تونس من قبل؟ Have you visited Tunisia before? أنتِ زايرة تونس من قبل؟ هن بايعين البيت بأقل من ثمنه بكتير. هن بايعين they sold البيت the house بأقل in less by less من from ثمنه its price بكتير by far. نيالك lucky you. نيالك. And if you're talking to feminine, you would say نيالك. So here we are talking to masculine. Why? Because the active participle is conjugated with masculine. So you'd say نيالك امتى فايق من النوم. امتى فايق من النوم. وين عايش هلا بألمانيا. وين عايش هلا بألمانيا. المدير شو قايل بخصوص السفرة لدبي. المدير شو قايل بخصوص السفرة لدبي. So المدير the manager شو قايل what is he saying, what is he said. بخصوص with regards. السفرة the trip لدبي to Dubai. ما بعرف شي. ما بعرف I don't know. ليش why. هو he غايب absent عن الشغل from work. مش سامع شي I haven't heard anything. مش سامع شي من الأربعة since Wednesday. So the active participle is غايب and سامع. تعبان شوي يمكن أخذ برد. I'm sick. I caught a cold. تعبان شوي يمكن أخذ برد. أنا ماشية بدكن شي. أنا ماشية I'm leaving, I'm going out. بدكن شي do you need anything? Talking to a group of people. مو فاكر الجواب. I don't remember the answer. مو I don't. فاكر remembering. الجواب the answer. Some of you might ask, then how do we form the active participle out of a verb more than 3 letters if it's one of these higher forms or just simply has more letters like سافر and استنى. Simply all you need to do is just add ma to the beginning of the verb and add an e accent on the letter before the last. So for example, if you've got the verb استخدم, which means to use, it will become مستخدم. مستخدم, which means user or using. So it could refer to the person, user, because is the active participle is the ER form, but we use it to refer to emotional action. So for example here, أنا مستخدم سيارته في London. I'm using his car in London. So here we've got the verb روح, which means to go, and it becomes مروح. سافر, مسافر, and استنى becomes مستني. And here we've got a couple of examples for you. أنا مروح الشغل بعد شوي. أنا مروح الشغل بعد شوي. I'm going to work in a bit. أنا صار لي مستنية هون من ساعة. أنا صار لي مستنية هون من ساعة. I've been waiting here from an hour ago. مو مصدق عيوني. مو مصدق عيوني. So the verb, so here we've got the active participle. مصدق is conjugated from the verb صدق, which is to believe. So مو مصدق عيوني, I don't believe my eyes, or I can't believe what I am seeing. نحنا مسافرين الجمعة لبيروت. نحنا مسافرين الجمعة لبيروت. We are traveling this Friday to Beirut. Great, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it and found this helpful. Don't forget to leave any comments in the section below if you have any questions. Till next time, keep well and ma'assalam.